Have you ever wondered what life really feels like inside a nursing home? Not the polished brochures or the smiling commercials, but the everyday reality. Waking up in a room that isn't yours, hearing voices in the hallway, waiting for someone else's schedule instead of your own. Let me tell you a story about Harold. He's 86 years old. When he was younger, he imagined retirement as quiet mornings with coffee on the porch, light walks in the park, and weekends filled with visits from his grandchildren. But today, Harold lives in a nursing home, and he says something that might surprise you. It's not the food, he explains. It's not even the staff. It's the little things you don't think about. The freedom to decide when to wake up, the joy of cooking your own breakfast, or simply taking a walk when you want. Now, here's the question. How can we avoid Harold's regrets? How can we stay healthier, stronger, and more independent as we age, so we don't have to give up the small freedoms that make life worth living? Stay with me, because in the next few minutes, I'll share 5 powerful lessons from Harold and others like him. These lessons aren't just about avoiding a nursing home. They're about living a longer, happier, and more fulfilling life, no matter your age. And here's a challenge for you. As you listen, choose one of these 5 lessons that speaks most to your heart. Then write the number of that lesson in the comments. For example, if lesson number 3 feels like your story, just type 3 down below. This way, we'll see which secret resonates the most with people like you. Lesson 1. Movement is the secret medicine. Harold remembers his younger brother, Peter. Peter never liked exercise. He thought walking around the block was boring. "I'll rest now and enjoy life," he used to say. "I earned it." But by his late 60s, his knees stiffened, his back ached, and walking even short distances became a struggle. Doctors now tell us something fascinating. The human body was not designed to stillness. Muscles, bones, even the brain itself thrive on gentle activity. A recent study from the American Heart Association found that walking just 30 minutes a day, 5 days a week, can lower the risk of heart disease, diabetes, and even depression by nearly 40%. The key isn't running marathons or lifting heavy weights. It's steady, light movement, like stretching in the morning, gardening in the afternoon, or dancing in your living room to your favorite song. So let me ask you, what's one small way you can move more this week? For Harold, it was simply walking to the far end of the hallway every morning before breakfast. That little habit gave him strength and balance he never expected. If you agree that movement is really the secret medicine, go ahead and write the number 1 in the comments. Lesson 2. Food is not just fuel, it's freedom. Harold sighs when he talks about food in the nursing home. It fills the stomach, he says, but it doesn't feed the soul. What he misses most is preparing his own meals, the smell of garlic sizzling in olive oil, the crunch of fresh vegetables from his garden, the ritual of sharing dinner at his own table. Science backs up what Harold feels. Nutrition plays a major role in healthy aging. Diets rich in colorful vegetables, whole grains, lean proteins, and healthy fats are linked to lower risks of Alzheimer's, heart disease, and even certain cancers. One of the most studied eating patterns is the Mediterranean diet. Researchers found that older adults who followed it had sharper memories, fewer chronic diseases, and a greater chance of living independently into their 80s and 90s. But here's the hidden truth. Food is also about freedom. Cooking for yourself, choosing what to eat, savoring a meal with loved ones, these moments keep the spirit alive. So here's your second challenge. This week, pick one healthy recipe you've always wanted to try. Make it, enjoy it, and remind yourself that eating well isn't just about adding years to your life, it's about adding life to your years. If this lesson speaks to you, type number 2 in the comments. Lesson 3. The mind needs exercise too. There's something Harold regrets even more than his stiff knees or bland meals. It's the way his mind sometimes feels foggy. He tells me, "I wish I had kept learning new things, even small things. I stopped challenging myself after retirement."
You see, the brain is like a muscle. The more we use it, the stronger it stays. Studies from Harvard Medical School show that older adults who engage in mentally stimulating activities like reading, puzzles, learning new skills, or even social conversations have a much lower risk of cognitive decline. Take Margaret, Harold's neighbor in the nursing home. She is 84, and every morning she practices painting. She never picked up a brush until her 70s. Today, her artwork hangs on the walls of the community room, and more importantly, her mind is sharp, her conversations lively, her memory clear. You don't have to study advanced mathematics or learn a new language, though you can if you want. It might be as simple as teaching your grandchild a card game, joining a book club, or keeping a daily journal. If you believe mental exercise is as important as physical movement, type number 3 in the comments.
Lesson 4. Friendships are medicine you cannot buy. When I asked Harold what he missed most before entering the nursing home, he didn't mention his house, his car, or even his job. He said, "I miss the neighborhood, the people, the laughter we shared on front porches." Loneliness is one of the most dangerous conditions of aging, yet it's often invisible. Research from the National Institute on Aging shows that social isolation can raise the risk of premature death by as much as smoking 15 cigarettes a day. That's why friendships are not optional, they're medicine. Simple conversations, shared walks, family dinners, even a phone call with an old friend. These connections lower blood pressure, improve immunity, and keep depression away. If you've been thinking about calling someone you haven't spoken to in years, do it this week. Because one day, like Harold, you may realize that relationships are what truly give life meaning. If this lesson about connection and friendship touches you, type number 4 in the comments. Lesson 5. Prevention is easier than repair. Finally, Harold shares his greatest regret: waiting too long to care for his health. He ignored checkups. He skipped screenings. He said, "I felt fine until I didn't." This is where modern medicine gives us a gift. Preventative care, simple tests and checkups can catch diseases early when they are easiest to treat. Blood pressure screenings, cholesterol checks, mammograms, colonoscopies, vaccinations. These are not just medical boxes to tick. They are shields protecting us from illnesses that can steal independence. But prevention is not only about doctors, it's also about habits. Sleeping enough hours, drinking plenty of water, and managing stress. Small, consistent choices create a shield stronger than any pill. If you're the kind of person who believes that prevention is worth more than cure, write number 5 in the comments. Wrapping up, a message from Harold. Before I end, let's return to Harold. At 86, he has wisdom we cannot ignore. He looks back and says, "I wish I had moved more. I wish I had cooked healthier meals. I wish I had kept my mind sharp, held my friendships close, and seen the doctor sooner. Maybe then I would still be living in my own home with my own choices." So here's the question for you. Which of these 5 lessons will you carry forward? Will you walk a little more each day? Will you cook a colorful meal? Will you challenge your brain, nurture your friendships, or finally book that checkup? Remember, you don't have to change everything overnight. Choose one step, just one, because one small choice repeated over time can keep you independent, strong, and joyful for decades to come. Now I want you to engage with me. Pick the number of the lesson that means the most to you and type it in the comments below. Was it 1, movement, 2, nutrition, 3, mental exercise, 4, friendship, or 5, prevention? Your choice might inspire someone else who is listening right now.
And if you found these lessons valuable, don't forget to subscribe for more stories like Harold's, where real lives teach us how to age not just longer, but better. Because at the end of the day, aging doesn't have to be about regrets. It can be about wisdom, freedom, and joy if we choose wisely today.